So that's what we're asking today. Should employers give you time off if your pet dies? We're joined in the studio by Zak Edwards, who does allow his employees time off to grieve their much-loved pets, and Anna May Mangan, who argues that allowing time off for pet bereavement is what, Anna?
Well, it could be... it's a scam, really, isn't it? Because I don't think it's deserved. And I think it puts the pressure of losing a pet on your colleagues and your employer, which isn't reasonable. They're not fur babies, they're pets.
But people say they're... I mean, I think of my dog literally as a member of the family.
Okay,
if my
Ruth.
dog had died this morning, I don't think I'd be here today.
So if you were in the unfortunate position that you're in a boat and it capsized and you had to choose your son or your dog, who would you rescue?
Or the dog. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're an extreme case.
But then you could say...
more than a day off.
You could say, if Eamonn and Jack fell overboard, who would I save? No, but you know what the answer is. It's normally your children. But
yeah.
So, you know, I do think people think of a pet as part of the family.
Of course they do, and I love dogs. And the interesting point, I think, is that I'm actually a vegetarian, so I don't eat animals, but I see other people mourning their pets who are quite happy to sit down to a duck dinner or a rabbit dinner, you know, so...
The connection's broken,
it's all a bit... This is all a little bit
Have you ever
bonkers.
lost a pet?
I have, quite recently. I've had 3 dogs in my lifetime, and the most recent one was about 6 months ago, and it's heartbreaking, but it doesn't stop me feeding the kids or getting them to college or whatever they're doing.
Do you have a wee cry and a wee weep, do you?
Of course, but that's it's a pet at the end of the day. You know, it's not a person, and I didn't need time off to arrange a funeral and hymns and a eulogy for my pet. So what are they doing on the day off, apart from being very upset?
What are they doing on the days off?
See, I think that's a bit of an antiquated view, and I think if we looked at pets 100 years ago, there was a dog in the kennel in the garden, where now I think they are our fur babies, and they do spend time in the house and sleep in our bedrooms, and we buy gifts for them, and they are a part of the family. So I think...
you know, I mean, you run a gift company, don't you?
Yeah.
So the things that people buy for their pets,
we sell everything,
treat them like...
Yeah, we sell everything from a dog blanket with your dog's face on to dog bowls with their names on. So, yeah, absolutely, they are an inherent part of the family.
But is it an irritation for you, as Anna May is saying there, when someone comes along and says, Zak, I'm going to need a day off today because my hamster has died, or, well, you know, I say that because I agree with Ruth, actually. If our dog died, it would be a mournful thing. It'd be very, very sad.
Yeah. And I think what good is a member of my staff at work who comes in and they're mortified because their dog or their hamster has just died. They're not going to do their job properly. They're going to resent us. And I'll just look at it more holistically. Are they going to give us more of a better performance if we look after their well-being in its entirety? Not
How
one or
much
2 days.
time would you give them then?
Well, I guess you have to judge each case on its merits. If we've had people who've had a week off, see, our dog, our beautiful girl Polly, she died recently. The way I coach with that was...
Oh, look at that.
There she goes. There's Polly on our wedding day.
How did you take that?
Oh, well, we were both mortified, myself and my wife. We both worked for the business. I dealt with it in a way that I worked through the grief, because that's how I deal with things. My wife, she needed some more time to grieve, to reflect. So she had a few days off. And we do that with all of our staff because everybody's an individual. They've all got different needs.
And do you pay them when they're off?
Yeah, I would pay them, yeah.
Yeah, so someone takes 5 days and someone takes 1 day.
Yeah, I think...
Have you got an upsetometer in the office so you can see just how... how hurt people are?
No, we don't have an upsetometer, Robbie. I think that's a great idea. I think what we have is we have a really close connection with our team. You know, our values are that we're a family, that we care about people, and they're tangible values. We couldn't just write on a piece of paper, we care about people, and then not actually go through.
But there are quite often people that take advantage of your kind nature.
Yeah, of course. They've got wine flu and they're claiming that they're really upset because their 6th dog died in a month. Yeah,
we have had people who've had 3 nans die. That's however, I think you really need to... That's then embodies you as a company, doesn't it? If you're a company that value your team, you work with your team, you're very closely knit, as we are at President.
I mean, Zak's got a good point, hasn't he, that if they come to work and they're crying and, you know, can't focus, can't work, what's the point?
There's lots of things that people are upset about. I mean, I look at my hair some days and I think I want to go back to bed. So do I get a day off for that?
Yeah, probably.
It's a pet. I mean, much loved. I don't know if you've got a picture of my pup.
They're called companion animals. So there may be a distinction between different species, but for some... I mean, you imagine losing something like a horse or a pony. Yeah. I mean, something massively physical. You just can't suddenly say, oh, it's disappeared, I'll just carry on as normal.
Yeah, but you can't think more about the pet than you do about your colleagues and about your family life. I mean, you have to.
I don't really care about my
struggle
colleagues.
on.
I would care
about
about my pet.
Care about any of you.
I mean, no offence, then, but that's
I
the way it
think
is.
also this does actually reflect on real bereavement, as in a person
Oh, I
that you've
think- I
lost.
think- I
which
think animal
wipes
bereavement's
you
real
out and
bereavement.
is the
Yeah, 100%.
most painful thing. No, you can't compare.
No,
an animal. You can't.
I'd totally disagree. You know, some people don't have children. Some people, Polly came to work with us.
Polly's the dog.
Polly, our dog, yes. She came on holiday with us, so we were with her she died, unfortunately, when she was 14. She was with us all day, every day. So for us to lose her presence in our lives is massive.
Well, let me just read some comments here. Alison says the issue here really is compassion. Where has compassion gone? Of course, if someone is devastated over their loss, they should be allowed to take a day. I can't believe it would even be questioned. We do have to say that the law says, as an employee, you have the right to time off to deal with an emergency involving a dependent. So that could be a spouse, a partner, child, grandchild, parent, that sort of thing. But it is saying that that is at the discretion of the employer, and it is unlikely that a pet would be included in that benefit as things stand. So this man's discretion might go a long way at the minute, with 10 seconds to finish.
I think let them work from home, let them come in late, go home early, but not a day off paid. It's mad.
Thank you very much indeed.